Hello and welcome. Could I interest you in a multiple-use labor unit? Well, maybe you'd prefer to call it a mule, because you'll have to deal with them quite a lot in Mule.
RetroKork.
Mule, do I even have to tell you about it? Well, in case you didn't know, Mule is a business simulation that actually originated on Atari hardware. Not Atari's game console like the Atari 2600 or the 5200, but their older Atari 400 and Atari 800 home computers. But let's talk about the in-game backstory first. You are one of 4 settlers landed on the planet Irata, which is Atari backwards, and you want to make your fortune. So far, so good. But you yourself are not going to work on the fields, but instead you'll use the mules, the multi-purpose worker robots, for the job. Mules can be found in the settlements Corel and can be outfitted according to the task at hand. Land on which you can have a mule work, it can be bought or gained in something similar to a lottery at the beginning of each round. Well, you bring your mule to the spot, have it work, and then you may perform other activities like hunting the wampus, a native creature that will pay you ransom to be released. At least that's what I think it does. On every field, on every parcel, you can produce one of the following resources: energy, food, smith ore, or crystite. Though crystite is only available in the tournament difficulty setting. Smith ore is used to produce mules, and if it's too rare, if the store runs out, you might run out actually of mules sooner or later. The biggest draw of the game Mule is its synchronous bidding process at the end of everyone's turn. The bidding process, the auction, there are always all 4 players present. If there are not enough human players, the computer fills in for them. Heck, you can even have the computer play against itself. And the fact that all 4 players are bidding at the same time makes the game awesome, besides, of course, the other awesome elements. The bidding process allows the buyer and seller to reach an agreement regarding the price in real time, with everyone being involved. Of course, the game is pretty complex, and it's a good idea to play the beginner mode first, which has the easiest challenge, and a short 6-round runtime without space pirates. Yes, the game has space pirates, who steal either smith ore or crystite, depending on the difficulty level. And they are part of the random events, and there are quite a lot of other possible random events, including runaway mules, earthquakes, pests, acid rains, and solar storms, all of which affect the game in a way that actually is quite balanced. Now, of course, because I'm not going too deep into this, after all, I'm not a business educator, and because every game can play quite differently, I still can give you some testimonials from people you might have heard of. Warren Spector said that single player, this game was swell. With other people, the game was transcendent. Sid Civilization Meyer called it best game ever, and Will Wright stated that if you ask most game designers what their favorite computer game of all time is, you'll get Mule as an answer more often than any other title. Mule's primary designer and the one who ported it to the Commodore 64, Danielle Bunton, unfortunately died in 1998 at the age of 49 due to lung cancer. At that time, she was actually working on designing an internet version of the game, of Mule. And merely months before she died, she received the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Computer Game Developers Association, and was inducted posthumously into the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame in 2007. Oh, and Will Wright, he dedicated The Sims in her memory in 2000. In 2 weeks we will work on solving a crime that has yet to happen. Or otherwise, someone will be killed until dead.